Well, Jess, winter is finally going to be making its way back.
Finally.
Yeah. It's been so long since we've seen winter here across the state. In fact, for many of us, really haven't seen winter at all so far this year. Here's a live look down in Roswell where temperatures hovering only around 40 degrees today. That's almost 20 degrees colder compared to yesterday. And we're even going to be looking at snow down in Roswell later this week as this upcoming winter storm will likely bring snow to almost all of New Mexico. Temperatures right now here across the state actually close to average here in Albuquerque, sitting at 45 right now, but we're in the 30s up in Santa Fe. It's even in the 30s down in Carlsbad right now, hovering at freezing in Las Vegas. The warmest it gets is Deming, sitting at 50 degrees right now. As some cloud cover's been moving across the state today, and that's actually clearing out of here. You can see a little bit of that green and blue, that rain and snow that radar's picking up, but if that's even falling from the cloud, that's evaporating before reaching the ground. Our winter storm starts moving in as early as tomorrow as this strong area of low pressure dives down over southwest Arizona. It's going to be drawing up some moisture from the Gulf of California here into the state, and this is going to start to produce our first round of this storm system beginning for as early as Tuesday morning for northern New Mexico and southern Colorado. Through the rest of the morning into early Tuesday afternoon, we may see some of that snow dip as far south as the southern end of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, the Jemez Mountains, and even out around Gallup. But the snow is going to remain pretty light. However, once we get into Tuesday evening, that's going to continue to push a little bit farther south. And by Tuesday evening, we'll see a mix of some very light rain and snow down into southern New Mexico, as temperatures tomorrow and Wednesday are going to be cold. These are high temperatures, not low temperatures. For many of us, especially on Wednesday afternoon, we're not even going to climb above freezing here across the state. Now, the heaviest of the snow is likely going to fall for parts of southern New Mexico late Tuesday night and into early Wednesday morning, with some scattered snow showers sticking around through Wednesday afternoon. So already by Wednesday morning, we may start to see a couple slick spots down into southern New Mexico. However, snowfall totals will remain fairly light, so we're not going to be looking at widespread travel problems. That's the good news. That low pressure system moves over southern New Mexico Thursday, and that's going to bring us our second round of snow here and colder temperatures for some areas. So we're going to begin looking at some widespread but fairly light snowfall across southern and especially eastern New Mexico too, down into the southeastern part of the state before this storm starts to wrap up by early Friday morning. Now, like I've been saying, snowfall totals are not going to be overly heavy. At most, we could see 5 to 7 inches across mountain peaks in southern New Mexico. But you'll notice that just about everybody in New Mexico has a chance to see snowfall through the end of this week. For most areas, we're talking about a dusting to maybe 3 inches at most, about 1 to 2 inches likely around areas like Roswell, higher amounts up into the Sacramento Mountains, but even Alamogordo, Las Cruces, TRC, all of the chance to see a trace to up to an inch of snowfall all the way up to Socorro, with a winter weather advisory going into effect as early as tomorrow evening. Unfortunately, we're going to run into a snow hole problem here in Albuquerque with high pressure developing over southeast Colorado, low pressure over southern Arizona. That's going to draw that wind from the high pressure to low pressure, creating some windy weather starting tomorrow here across New Mexico. By Tuesday evening, we could see gusts as high as 55 miles per hour here in Albuquerque, leaving us mostly snow-free around most of the metro with a dusting to maybe half an inch of snow at best. Wind advisory goes into effect starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and the wind is also going to create some bitterly cold wind chills, especially Tuesday morning and through Wednesday morning. We could even see below zero wind chills across parts of the state. Tomorrow's looking like our best chance for snow into southern Colorado, as much as 1 to 2 inches from Durango up into the San Juan Mountains. May even see as much as an inch out around Grants and Gallup. Minor travel impacts if we see anything at all. Winds are going to be the biggest issue up there. And already by Wednesday morning, the snow is over across the northern half of the state, and our focus really goes into the southern half of New Mexico, where we could see some light snowfall accumulations and a few slick spots Wednesday and Thursday morning. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, as we could see as much as 1 to 3 inches of snowfall down there. We'll even be looking at some light snow into the northern part of New Mexico. But again, that is all done by Wednesday. It's going to be windy tomorrow up around Santa Fe, only looking at maybe 2 to 4 inches up into the northern mountains. The East Mountains could see as much as 2 to 4 inches of snow as well. And that wind is going to be our biggest problem here in the metro, especially tomorrow night when it could gust as high as 55 miles per hour. Unfortunately, it'll leave most of us snow-free. I think our best chance for snow is going to be on Thursday, and it's going to be very light, with highs barely making it above freezing on Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Grant.